What's up everyone, Delvon Digital here, and I want to know, are they really keeping it real? Hey, what's up everyone, Delvon Digital, and it feels like I make this video every single year that the Pixel comes out. And what I'm about to talk about, you will understand, because it's always the subject, it's always the main topic of things. And then, I don't know, I feel like sometimes people are just not keeping it real, or people are just a hater, or people just not keeping it real. Like, this is what this video is about. And we're gonna talk about the Pixel performance, pretty much tensor. Every year I hear tensor this, tensor that, tensor performance. But I don't really want to focus on like the tensor itself. Like, I don't really care for the chip itself, right? It's not saying that I hate the chip and I want a new chip. I'm fine with tensor is what I'm saying. What I mean is that I don't care for tensor, if that makes any sense. What I mean by that, this phone performance is great. I never really had an issue. And I'm keeping it real with you because I don't feel like people are keeping it real. Now, before I deep dive in this, I want to say this though. When I edit photos using, let's just say Google Photos, and edit or cut up a video or something like that, it feels like a long process. And I would give you that. Performance on that is just terrible. When I use a third-party app like Snapseed or Lightroom, they're fine doing the editing process, but saving it's a little slow. And then when it comes to gaming, which I haven't really done a lot of that of, but for the most part, 60 frames, 40 frames, 50 frames, most games, and it runs smooth, really no issues and no overheating, and frame rates are pretty high. So theoretically, not bad, but people are judging the Pixel's experience, or people are judging the Pixel overall performance based off those little anomalies. And that's what I like to call it, little anomalies, because there's not a lot of people in the world that I know that are photo editing professionally on their phones, and not just Pixel, just phones in general. I know people use the built-in filters a lot inside, but that runs great on the Pixel, right? People use the filter Snapchat and Instagram filters all day long, no problem. It's when you're trying to go into Lightroom, not editing in Lightroom, but just the export process. I would give all my haters and people who talk about performance, I will give you that. Exporting, even for me, saving a video clip, exporting a photo, it takes a while. I mean, like a slug. And yeah, that's probably due to the tensor. It is due to the tensor and the performance. But I won't write the whole phone off based off that, because the overall performance of the phone that I'm using every day is great. Because first of all, I'm not editing photos on my phone, almost never. That's me. And then I'm never playing video games on my phone. That's me. And I'm never ever cutting up videos on my phone. So that's just me. So if you are a person who actually used the Pixel and those things are at the top of your list, you have every right to complain. But then again, why'd you even buy the Pixel? Then we have those people who just don't own the Pixel and they just know what others are saying and seeing what others are saying, and they're just like, the performance is trash, the performance is trash, this and that to the third. And I'm like, bro, you didn't even own the phone. Just like use the phone and use it like you would normally use a phone. Because I'm reckoning that there's not a lot of people in the world that just sits there, get on the phone every day, and everything is just video editing, photo editing all day long, no social media, no calling, no texting, no, just the regular basic stuff that we do on phones every day. Just, this is what I use to edit. This is what I use for all this is my work phone. And if it is your phone that you use to work off, why did you buy a Pixel? Everyone knows that Google is focused on AI and a real life lifestyle type experience. They don't care for performance in these tasks that you desire so much. Now, me keeping it real, there's really no performance issues really with the Pixel overall. Now, there is a group of people who buy a Pixel and it just happen to be terrible, overheating, battery draining, or it's glitchy, it's laggy. Listen, if you're watching this video, right, because there is some probably watching this video, I can promise you, bro or sis, that is not normal. That is not normal behavior. If your Pixel is doing that, that is not normal behavior. You should take it back. You should exchange it. You should do whatever it is that you need to do. Now, granted that you say, this is, I'm on my third, I'm on my fourth, I'm on my fifth. When I hear stuff like that, now I think it's a you thing, right? Whatever you have on your phone, whatever you're doing on your phone, however you got your phone set up, how you got whatever apps you got, you might got apps that just cause the glitches and everything like that. But then you say, oh, it doesn't do it on my other phone, and then blah, blah, blah. I get that, but sometimes just shit happens, bro. It happens. I had bad iPhones. I probably owned every iPhone that came out, and I had a few of them been bad. Majority of them, great. I also had a few bad iPads. Majority of the iPads I've owned over the years, been great. No issues, no problems. Every so often, I will buy a product product and then it'd be bad. With the same apps, every so often I will buy a product and have problems with it using it the way I used the last product or the whatever. I had a Mac, a M1 Mac. One of my M1 Macs I bought was terrible. It was it was getting hot. I bought an M1 Mac a long time ago. Now, a long time ago when the M1s was out, but I had to exchange it and get a second one. First one I had was like, it was really getting hot for some weird reason. All I do is video and photo editing on my Macs, and for some reason my M1 Mac Pro, it was just overheating. It was just having all kinds of glitches and issues and stuff like that. I reset it a few times, did this and wiped it and everything. Didn't know what to do. While I was in warranty, I went ahead and exchanged it, got a second one. I kept that thing for what, 4 years or something like that? Yeah, about 4 years, because I just got the M4 Pro, M1, god dang it, M4 Pro Mac Mini, and that's my new computer. So I had the M1 Pro, and then I bought the M4 Pro, and that's what I'm currently using now. But I bought the M4 Pro when it came out, of course. But with that being said, I just think that people are either just a really big hater, or they really have a bad experience with the performance. But it's not everybody's Pixel. It's not just because you're having that experience doesn't mean that it's everyone's Pixel. Just because somebody has, bought the same car as you and they're having engine problems, don't mean that everyone who owns that car is having engine problems. It just don't work like that. But I do get that we do have bad units out there. I do get that some people probably prioritize, and I do get that some people prioritize editing video and playing video games and all that stuff. So therefore the Pixel just doesn't work, because even me as a Pixel user, I will admit, normally using certain apps, that stuff takes a hit when I'm trying to save stuff or export stuff. But there's other apps like Snapseed that's just fine when I'm editing a photo and it exports pretty fast. It's just Lightroom. I do be sitting there looking at Lightroom like this for a while I'm trying to save a picture or something like that. Sorry to interrupt this video, but just in case you didn't know, Delvon Digital makes his own custom wallpapers. All my wallpapers will be shown in my videos that you've been watching on this channel. So if you really want to support me, go ahead and hit that link down in the description below and go grab you some nice wallpapers. I mean, these things are dope. I do give all my supporters the Delvon Digital exclusive color, and in my custom wallpaper packs, there are 15 more colors just for you. So what you waiting for? Go ahead and pause this video, hit that link, and go get you some wallpapers, and come on right back and finish this up. But anyways, let's get back to the video. I played a few games out there like Call of Duty, really just Call of Duty. I ain't gonna lie, just Call of Duty, man. And it was great for me. Call of Duty Mobile, I mean, that's the only game I care about really, but that's what I play. So I just think that people may be over exaggerating the performance of it, because I promise if the Pixel benchmarks match all the other chips out there in performance, people will find something else to complain about when it comes to the Pixel. But it's easy for you to use the Pixel as a punching bag because the numbers aren't just quite there. And every year people's like, I'm not gonna buy a Pixel because of this, I'm not gonna buy it because of the numbers, I'm not gonna buy it because of the numbers, I'm not gonna buy it because of the numbers. I mean, I look at it like this, bro, that's your loss for real. I mean, I don't really know what you're doing on your phone, but if you are like a hardcore gamer, hardcore editor and stuff like that, and your phone gotta be your video editor, I mean, you really shouldn't be looking at a Pixel for real. And I would encourage you to try to get a tablet if you can for something like that, especially like an iPad. I love my iPad. I don't edit on it, but I draw and watch movies. But still, like my M1 iPad is still kicking strong. I haven't even upgraded because the M1 is that good. So if you really into that, I suggest something like that. But if it must be a phone, don't grab a Pixel, man. Just don't grab a Pixel. I mean, I think you'll still be fine. Just gotta wait a little longer than usual, but it still can get the job done is the point I'm trying to make. You can still edit videos, you can still edit photos, you can still play games, but the timing of editing, if you need a photo done quickly, like in a matter of seconds, I don't, man, look, all I'm saying is I don't know. I don't think people keeping it real, but that's just me being real with you as a Pixel user. Let's just say like 95% of the time, the Pixel performance is great. That little 5% niche of people, probably not so. And that's just keeping it real. Anyways, if you stayed this long in the video, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.